The average sim spends thousands of simoleons furnishing a home, paying bills, ordering food, and replacing broken furniture. But what if you decide not to do any of that? What if you refuse to buy anything? Could they still survive, or does The Sims 4 force everyone to participate in its economy? Let's find out. I'm not talking about rags to riches where you start with nothing and you work your way up. I'm talking about starting with nothing and spending absolutely no money ever. That means no build-buy purchases, no ordering groceries, no restaurant meals, no stall food, no paying bills, no hiring help, and absolutely no easels. We essentially do not need simoleons in this playthrough. The big question is this possible? First things first, there is a bit of a setup required. If you have Get Famous, it makes the most sense to open up this lot, bulldoze it, and change it to residential. For some reason, this lot costs 0 simoleons when it has absolutely nothing on it. Enter the lot with your sim and use the cheat money 0 so you can, have no money. Kind of like the whole point of this playthrough. And this is where the real challenge begins. Now, you might be wondering, how does this work? Where do you sleep? Essentially, your sim sleeps wherever they can, like on a bench, in one of these bushes, on the ground. If you own Eco Lifestyle, you can technically go dumpster diving for items and keep them, but beds, sleeping bags, and tents aren't normally part of that loot pool. With Enchanted by Nature, you can also level up your natural living skill. This is pretty important for this challenge because it allows your sim to sleep on the ground wherever they want, and a couple other things that will be helpful. Another good question, what are you eating? This is actually quite easy. If you see a plant, harvest it, eat it. Yummy. There are campfires and barbecues scattered across most worlds, and fortunately for us, some foods are available through those for free. It's up to you if you consider that cheating or not, but I mean, it is free. Definitely harvest as much as you can, level up your fishing skill, eat that fish. With the natural living skill, you'll be able to actually forage for wild food and eat fish or frogs directly from your inventory, so that is very helpful. Honestly, you can also just steal food from other sims while you're out in public. I've done this before without even doing this challenge. If you see someone and they have food, just take it. Like, if they're leaving their food behind, it's up for grabs, alright? Don't judge us. We're just trying to live out here, The times are tough, even for sims. What happens when the utilities are shut off? Since you don't have a house or any belongings, this shouldn't actually happen. You're not using anything. Can you make friends without spending money? Oh yeah, making friends shouldn't be impacted at all by the money thing. Even when you take other sims' food, they quite frankly don't care. You're not gonna have a negative relationship drain because of this. People don't care how you're living in this game. They're not judging your sim. One thing to keep in mind is that you'll never ever own anything. No house, no tent, nothing that you can spend money on. It kind of means you're not really living on your lot, which is interesting and not really how I normally play this game. Typically, my lot is my home base, and I spend probably 95% of my time there. With this sort of gameplay, I'm not there, ever. And that kind of spices up quite a bit. It's interesting, Something out of the usual, for me at least. You could get a job if you wanted to, but why? What's the point? You don't need to enter the rat race because you're never going to spend any money on anything, ever. That way, that way you'll never overspend. Talking about overspending, you've got to stop. Just stop it. Stop overspending on video games. Instead, visit Instant Gaming using my link in the video description and shop for games for PC or console. That way, you'll get access to all the best games at a discount. If you use my link, not only are you getting the best prices, but you're also supporting the channel. So thank you. Happy gaming! I've realized that I quite like this challenge. If you enjoy Rags to Riches and you want to take the challenging part of that a step further, I think you might like this too. Instead of managing money and objects, the entire game becomes solely about keeping your sim happy and alive. It feels like as soon as you take away everything else and you focus on that one aspect, keeping the need bars green, it makes that one task that much more intense. Does that make sense? Particularly because you'll be living outside, and living outside can be scary, depending on what packs you own. For example, my sim almost immediately got hit by lightning while sleeping on a bench during her very first night of existing. Like, she popped into this world as a young adult and it was nighttime. She went to bed on a bench and immediately got hit by lightning. So that was fun. I don't know, it's fun. So, can a sim survive without ever buying anything ever? Surprisingly, yes. It turns out The Sims 4 doesn't actually require you to participate in its economy at all. You can sleep wherever you find a place, eat whatever you scavenge, ignore bills completely because they probably won't exist for you, and never spend a single simoleon. When you remove the money aspect and the job thing, you remove a lot of the standard routines. Routines that you most likely repeat with every playthrough. Every single time you play a household, a sim, doesn't matter what you're doing, 100 baby challenge, maybe you're doing Black Widow challenge, doesn't matter, you're probably doing the exact same thing, because it all revolves around managing money, getting more money, buying things. But with this playthrough, you're not constantly going to work to earn money just so you can spend money on decorating, upgrading, or saving for that expensive thing. It's a completely different way to play the game. You stop worrying about making money and start worrying about simply making it through the day. It's a lot more fun than I expected, and I quite like it. I think I'm going to continue this for a little bit. See how it plays out. Let me know if you'll be trying this challenge out. Anywho, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. Until next time, stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. Bye!